Welcome to WICKERSON Studios. I have condensed all of the WICKERSON Studios into the point user objects, and I have them in this file. They are applied in, if I jump in here and open up this file, I can go into any one of these kind of progressively more complex scripts. This one contains all of the playful scripts, and that's on the third version, and then a lot of exercises and examples over here. But instead of handing somebody just that, kind of confusing, I thought it might be nice to just pull this into what are categorized user objects, from basics to curves to data to functions and geometry, maths, meshes, panels, points, and surfaces, and tree access, and things like this. So there's plenty in there. I actually thought I had a lot more point nodes within there, and I think it's actually, where has it gone? I hope I saved it all. Definitely all the nodes are here. And what I've done is, this one is the master user objects. I've gone in and I've classified all the basic ones, and even though they're a little hard to figure out, they're not too hard. This is just a comment. The basics are to get you into basic, give you user objects you can open up to learn Python, how to write it, so how to write comments. This is pretty trivial to start, how to work operators, things like that. And that goes all the way through to append and extends, the difference between those two and how you might script that. And these are samples with inputs and outputs, and I'll let you play with that. Now mind you, the examples are over here if you actually want to go into the basics geometry, and then they kind of complete with starting with the points and doing a bunch of creative scripts with them under the examples. But that's all available to people that actually are interested in getting access to these files on GitHub. I'll show you the file where they're under points, and then it's tied to my Patreon site. It's been a lot of work to bring these all together, and I just wanted to at least have the people appreciate a little bit about a little bit of time that goes into this. So the geometry points are here, and even though there's some similar ones, you'll find some of them are listed in kind of a red node once you plug them in. And those are the test scripts over here, the TP test scripts. And if they became kind of useful, I'm wondering why so many has disappeared off of this grid. What I may have to do is just give me a second. I'm going to shut down and open it up. Things in there now. So what's happened is there's some of these red scripts that are here. And the other ones are the blue and yellow, blue and orange. Some of these test scripts I've ended up taking out and eliminating a little bit because I've found ways of pocketing them into the math nodes and keeping them into the points. But I wanted to distinguish them with kind of a creative test script that goes on top of the general scripts that go into, let's say we would have jumped in the C and we wanted to have a 3D range of how to script a 3D array of points. And that would be the basic script to do so. But what I did with that was I then extended that to something like this, which is a 3D random array of points. So that has a little longer script, and I was doing a little more playfulness in there. So that's kind of what I was doing in WICKERSON Studios. So these are all here as samples. If you go into the lines, you're going to end up with there's a little bifocals tool tucked in there. And basically, you get the polyline curve interpolating, and then maybe I have a test one that I did a little bit more. You can see I threw in a degree. So there's all these little changes when you do that. There's the WICKERSON Studio GH node. That'll be blue, and that would actually be, not sure if you could see it here, enable it. Yeah, that one would be blue and orange to kind of get you thinking in the points and curves, and I think I probably classified that under lines and curves, so that would probably be in this one here. And then this one over here, which is the actually that was one over here. I'm not sure why I took that one and put it in curves, but because it deals with polyline center curves, that one actually should be kicking around here somewhere. And there it is. It's right up there. There it is. It is in that section. So you should be able to find it and locate it no matter what, wherever you are. Let me enable that one. And there you go. You see how that one goes to the red whenever they're enabled. So hopefully that makes sense of why I'm leaving it blue and basic scripts in blue and orange to deal with meshes and panels and points. And then whenever there's something a little more creative, I put it, and I've called those the TTP. And of course, all these work with the bifocals tool to bring out the titles. And then I continue on with scripts that really start to demand possibly some examples for you, and that's why I have these master files that you can go in and find the scripts that kind of tie to them. And if you haven't found a way to go in here and start using the find tools, which I really like to use, I think they're around here, at least they used to be. Jump tools, you can always go in here and you can, maybe I'll set up a little bit of a jump tool that I can have the nodes, and then you can jump over to them so I can make it even more user friendly. And I may end up doing that. Otherwise, I've just had a lot of fun working with these base scripts and then doing something with them. I'm well on the curves and attractors and domains, and this is just going to keep going. Now that we're into curves with domains, it should be pretty fun. So not only do you have the base scripts all laid out for you there, you have them all up on a user bar. You can put them all up under the same ribbon tool under WICKERSON Studios, and you can get into Ghpython and very creatively play off of this, and hopefully you'll take an interest in the Patreon. That will get you access to many repositories, but this one in particular is the latest one, which has all of the user objects listed from WSGH, which is WICKERSON Studios, Grasshopper, to just WICKERSON Studio user objects. It's all written in Python in this section. Of course, there's many more repositories that would jump in and do things in C and C# and intermediate level nodes and complex algorithms and things that you may find exciting. So I am very excited about that. If you are interested, jump on my Patreon and hopefully find it interesting. Thank you.